And so when evaluating if something is actually an FCRA case, it's important to understand the type of problem that the consumer is having, the type of problem the consumer is having. If it's related to an inquiry on their credit report, if it's related to an inquiry on their credit report, it could be related to an impermissible pull or impermissible access to credit reports, or to not have a permissible purpose. And there's a difference here between soft pulls and hard pulls. And what do I mean by this? Soft pulls or soft inquiries are when a creditor, for the purpose of seeking to extend credit, for the purpose of seeking to create an account just to pre-qualify you, those are those notices or solicitations that you get in the mail, those are as a result of soft inquiries, soft pulls on your credit report. A hard pull or hard inquiry on your credit report, on the other hand, is when you actually go out and apply for credit. So if you were to go to the Honda dealership, or if you were to go to Toyota or whatever dealership and you were trying to get a car, they would do a hard inquiry. They would gather the latest data on your credit report for the purposes of making a credit determination, and that's what a hard inquiry or hard pull would be. They would be pulling your credit for the purpose of whether to determine whether or not to extend you credit or extend a consumer credit. So, and then there's an objective inaccuracy on the credit reports. These are related to 15 U.S.C. 1681 EB, I, and S2B. These are again related to the consumer reporting agencies as well as the furnishers of information. These are usually late payments or a past due balance appearing on a credit report, the improperly reporting of a discharge debt. So this is if an account is reporting on your credit report post bankruptcy and it's reporting as discharged when it was actually, maybe not have been discharged, or it would have been dismissed, or it could be discharged. So there's a lot of different reporting when it comes particularly to post bankruptcy. And then the improperly reporting of settled debts. This happens a lot, actually a lot more than people are used to or maybe even be aware of, because when you settle a debt with a furnisher, with a creditor, what often happens is they may mix up the reporting that may be occurring. So what do I mean by this? Once you settle a debt, for instance, let's say you settled a debt with ABC creditor, the original creditor, and now the balance was $2,000 and you settled for $1,200. And so a lot of times what will happen is the furnisher of that information may continue to improperly report the balance on the credit report. So if the balance was $2,000 and now you paid $1,200 and settled the debt, the balance should reflect as being zero because the account was settled and therefore no balance is currently owed. However, if it's reporting with an $800 balance, which happens a lot, where they report the deficiency amount, where they report the amount that is the in-between number between what you settled and what the debt was for, that could be an objective inaccuracy if you can show that you were able to pay this debt off. The failure to disclose, failure to provide disclosures, or failure to provide a credit report or the access to a credit report. This is when you're denied denied employment. You have a right to know why you were denied employment, and if it's based on a credit issue, then you have a right to receive your credit report as well if you ask for it. But you need to be provided these disclosures upon being denied credit for the purpose because of your credit report. Identity theft. This is important where there's friendly fraud versus stranger. And what do I mean by this? A lot of times a consumer may come to us with identity theft and they may tell us, oh, I believe they may know who it was that stole their information, that stole their